I'm Yarkin19CS1042 and this is exercise 8 of our object oriented programming lab. The topic is exception. Our first aim is to create a problem to built-in runtime exception handling, arithmetic exception, null pointer, number format exception, and array index out of bound exception. Our second aim is to create a bank with check pin and withdraw. If the ATM pin is invalid, here we are creating user defined exception invalid ATM. If withdraw there is no cache, we will give no cache as output. So, and the next one, here we have to create employee ID with its ID, name and age as attribute, and if the employee ID is less than 4 digit, we will throw invalid employee ID exception. If name is user number, we will throw name invalid name exception, and if the age is greater than 50, we will give invalid age exception. We will move to the code. So the first one is we are in directly main class. Here we are giving int a equal to 10, int b equal to 0, int answer. So for arithmetic exception, we will first in try block will give answer as a by b. If it will give an exception because 10 by 0 is an error, so we will give here arithmetic exception e, and we will give the output. So otherwise we will give the result as answer. So in array index out of bound, we will by indexing we will give 5, which is not present in the array, the index, so it will give array index out of bound. In null pointer we will give string as null, so we will print st.length because it's null, so it will give error, so we will output null pointer exception. So in the last one, number formatting, we will convert string to int, so it will try to parse str, but here we have letters, so it cannot be converted, so it will give number format exception. And finally our program ends. So now we will run our code. So yeah, so you can see that it has given us java.lang.arithmetic exception divide by 0, java.array index 5 out of bound for length 4, null pointer exception for input string. It has given number format exception and program ends. So now we will move to our second one, employee exception. Here we have created user defined exception. It will extend from exception, so it will give super message, the one which we will pass here, and also here also same, here also same. So here we are creating 3 arguments, initializing it, employee ID, age and name. So here we are creating static boolean flag equal to 1. So this is for if all the 3 ones are true, we will create objects. If one is also false, we will not create an object. So here we are calling the constructor, and we are giving this one. This is the basic syntax of the constructor, parameterized constructor. So here this is our first one, to check the alphabet, and here we are checking the ASCII value if it is greater than equal to a and less than equal to z, or for the lowercase letter here we are checking. If it is so, we will return false, otherwise we will return true. So for checking employee ID, we are checking employee ID is less than 4, or else we are creating an object for employee ID and the length of employee ID is less than 4, and we will finally throw ex1, and here we are given as throws which exception. So same for check age, if age is greater than 50, we will throw invalid age exception, and we will throw ex3 object created. So it will go to this, and finally it will go to the above initialized classes. So in the check name, it will throw invalid name. If we will call the check alphabet, if it is false, it will throw invalid name exception. The name contains number, and this is our main function. We will ask the employee ID, and finally we will try check employee ID, or otherwise it will catch the error and it will give the output. And invalid age exception, we will check age, and in this try the last try block we will check name. So here we are checking the age, and if all the 3 are true, if any one comes out to be false, here we are giving flag 2 as false, flag 3 as false, and flag 1 as false. So if all the 3 are true, we will create an object and we will give the output as object created, otherwise there is some error in one of the field we will give. So we will run this code. enter the employee ID. So we will enter 123 and we will enter the age as 55 and we'll enter our name RSEH12. So you can see that it has given all the three error: employee ID exception, employee age exception, the length of ID is less than 4, the age is more than 30, and the name contains numbers. And also there is some error in one of the fields, so object will not get created. So the last one is exception bank. So in bank, here we are creating employee, here we are creating exception, invalid ATM pin and insufficient balance. And here we are asking the user first name and all, and here we are creating our function to check pin and it will throw invalid ATM pin. So if pin is equal to ATM pin will give valid, otherwise it will throw ex1. And in withdraw, if balance is less than cash, we will give insufficient balance exception and we will throw it. In the main function, we will ask the user to enter pin and withdrawal amount, and we will have two separate try and catch block to implement those two exceptions. So this is check pin we will call, and here withdrawal we will call by passing the withdrawal amount, and it will catch the insufficient balance exception and invalid ATM pin exception. So we will run this. Okay, so yeah, see, we have already created a account with name James, 10,000 as balance and 123 as pin. So we will enter wrong pin and we will withdraw say 11,000. So see, it has given invalid ATM pin, the pin is wrong and insufficient balance. So this ends our experiment 8 exception